Welcome to the OA family. Welcome to the OA family. Guys, and welcome to our channel. Welcome to the OA family, you guys. I know it's been a while and we're so sorry. It looks like he's sleeping, but he's not. He's still there. Say hi, Olujimi. Hello, everybody. And today, I want to talk about what in the world is cerebral or cerebral palsy, whatever you would like to call it. I say cerebral, then I say cerebral, but we just shorten it and we say CP. What is it? Olujimi has cerebral palsy and he also has brain damage. And because of the brain damage, it causes cerebral or cerebral palsy. When was he diagnosed? Olujimi was diagnosed around, I'm going to say about the age 1 year old. We already knew Olujimi had multiple complications because he wasn't really opening his eyes. When he moved his arms, it was like shaky, it wasn't coordinated, and they never told me in the hospital when he was in the NICU unit what he really had. They just listed all these different things. He may have epilepsy, it may be genetic. They ran all of these tests and they couldn't really tell me it was genetic or not. We knew he had brain damage because unfortunately he came out not breathing, right? And when you come out with not breathing and not having oxygen, it affected his brain. And as they did MRIs, at first they really couldn't see anything was wrong, but then they ran another MRI later on and they were able to see that his brain was small. So he does have a small brain, and that causes a lot of the issue. Cerebral palsy is when you have damage to the part of your brain that causes that causes you, that affects you from walking, that deals with movement, all of the balance, and that is the problem with cerebral palsy. When I first heard that my son had cerebral palsy, I'm gonna kid you not, I thought he was gonna die. I've never heard about cerebral palsy. You okay? I never heard about it. I honestly thought it was doomed. He was just gonna die. And the doctor was like, no, it's not necessarily fatal. It will be lifelong. So if your child has been diagnosed with CP, it's not the end of the end all. But yes, you guys, it is a lifelong developmental problem that he will have for the rest of his life. Now, would he always be like this? We don't know. There's a strong possibility, yes. And there is miracles. We believe in God. We believe in the impossible. We believing in impossible things for them to happen. So anything is possible. So with CP, he's really loose right now because he just woke up. You can see how tight that is when I'm moving it. Okay. You see how his legs are crunched up like this? That's his muscles. And we got to push it, but then he pushes back. He's very strong. His hands are normally in a fist. When you start seeing that past a certain month of development, when they're supposed to be opening and discovering their hands, something is most likely wrong. His hands are good pretty now. We massage it like this. Yes. And then we try to stretch his arm, and he's showing out today, you guys. He's showing out today. But I try to stretch his arms, and sometimes it's really hard. Today, look at that. See? Because he's relaxed right now, he is on medication called baclofen that relaxes his muscles. He got on it after the age of 2 based upon neuro. But normally it's really hard. And you have developmental issues of trying to hold up his head. See how it's like this? And we have to say, come on, Jimmy. Try to balance, and we do different things to balance it. But CP is more so, of course, all dealing with the brain. And with that brain damage, you cause the other problems. And some people are severe and some people are very mild. Jimmy was diagnosed with more so a severe form of cerebral palsy because of him not being able to function pretty much on his own in a sense of walking and talking and feeding and eating. A good amount of people who have CP, and it goes on to adult. It's not just children, but it's found in children, and they can feed themselves. It is hard, but with a lot of therapy, they can feed themselves. They can walk with walkers. Some don't use walkers. They have braces and other things to help them walk. So when you hear CP, it doesn't mean that you look at somebody and they're just laying in a bed. No, there are people who have CP. They are walking, talking, thriving. And I pray that one day Olujimi will be walking and talking and thriving. But I'm also learning that if he does not do those things, that love conquers all, right, baby? Yes. And I know he can hear me. I know that because I see him blinking and he like trying to figure out things. So when you get that diagnosis, or if you have somebody who has a diagnosis, or you want to learn more about Olujimi, just understand and treat him as you would treat any 2-year-old. Talk to him, give him an animal to hold and squeeze, right? You can also play little lights with him. Hello.
I like learning about
Yes. So there are a lot of things you can do, and I will talk more about different things that we do with him, but that is what CP is. It's a developmental issue that deals with the brain, that causes brain, you know, when you want things to go off and it just doesn't. It is a issue dealing with the brain where suffered brain damage that affects the part of muscle, and typically muscles are tight. Look at that. You see again, like I showed you, see I get a little tight in tension. That is, it affects the mobility. And when you see that, they automatically would diagnose your child with CP. And that's good to get diagnosis early. You know why? Because then you can get the therapy and the help early on, than waiting until they're 5 or 6 and then trying to get help when their muscles are even tighter and their bones, I would say fuse. I don't know if that's the right word to say, but we have to constantly work out his muscles, because if not, it can just stay like this. And sometimes those happen because we're not massaging. They did not get early intervention. That's what CP is, you guys, and that's what Olujimi has. CP, but major brain damage. And so because of that, not only is his limbs affected, his mobility to eat and different things like that. And I will continue to give you bits and pieces what we're doing with Olujimi. He's about to be 3 years old, and the early intervention program is over, but it doesn't mean I'm not going to stop using the things I've learned through his therapy to get his body moving. He just wants me to leave him alone. So again, welcome to our family. That's what CP is, and I hope I can encourage you and talk to you more about it, because we definitely need to bring more and more awareness. Because I heard CP, I thought that meant my child was going to die. If I had only known what CP was, if I was only introduced to children and adults with it more and more, then I would have known it's not doomsday, Amanda. It just means he's going to walk differently. He's going to move differently. We're all different, but he is going to do things different and at his own time. Trust me, the process is hard. It's grueling. It makes me cry, makes me want to throw things at times. But when I see his little face, I know we serve an awesome God. And I know that we're going to get through this. It's lifelong, but I know we're going to get through this. Right, baby? Yes? Love you guys. Give them kisses. Get kissy. Mwah. Say woohoo. Thank you. Whoa. Okay. Stretch. Thank you, you guys. We love you, and we cannot wait to continue connecting with you. If you like what you see, if you like what you hear, what do they need to do? So hit subscribe, like, and comment. Correct. Subscribe, like, and comment, and welcome to our family.